weekend, everyone. I'm Chris Lincoln. Thanks for joining us for our recap of thoroughbred harness and quarter horse racing. Well, thoroughbreds, our feature race that puts the spotlight on racing's newest stars. The 2-year-olds. Let's set the conditions. Grade 2, Saratoga Special. 6.5 furlongs, the purse $150,000. 5 juveniles went to the starting gate. Here's the field, the closing odds, presented by Las Vegas. The favorite trick, 3 to 5 on the rail with Pat Day. The second choice of the field, KO Punch at 2 to 1. Tom Durkin with the call of the Saratoga Special.
In the rough. KO Punch gets out first. High Tech down toward the inside. Favorite trick on the outside. Case dismissed. The early trailer will be Fortunate Halo. High Tech is the early leader. KO Punch just to his outside, and in behind Favorite Trick. And it's a length, and on the outside, Case Dismissed, kept within close striking range of the lead. A break of another half dozen lengths. Back to Fortunate Halo, the trailer. 21-3, a torrid first quarter here by High Tech. Taking the field into the far turn at a blistering pace. And there goes Case Dismissed, rallying second on the outside. KO Punches under a ride at the midway point on the turn. Favorite Trick still only 3 lengths from the lead. It's a long way back to Fortunate Halo. High Tech coming to the top of the stretch with the lead. He's just run a half in 44-4. And here comes Favorite Trick on the inside. And Case Dismissed on the outside. Off the turn and into the stretch. And Favorite Trick cuts the corner and takes charge. Case Dismissed, full out second. High Tech now back in third. KO Punches fourth. Fortunate Halo catching up in the final furlong. It is Favorite Trick in front. Favorite Trick the leader. On the outside, Case Dismissed. Coming inside the final 16th, it will be Favorite Trick, who pulls away to win convincingly. Case Dismissed was second. KO Punch was third.
It is the Favorite Trick, winning the Saratoga Special under jockey Pat Day. Owned by Joseph Lacombe, trained by Pat Byrne. Favorite Trick now a perfect 5 for 5. Earnings already approaching $327,000. The colt is by Phone Trick out of the mare Evil Elaine. Was purchased originally at Keeneland as a yearling for $32,000. Now perfect in his racing career, 5 for 5. More 2-year-old racing now, starting with last week's Adirondack Stakes at Saratoga. Juvenile fillies at 6.5 furlongs for $150,000. The favorite, Bob and Beverly Lewis's newest star, Salty Perfume, on the lead.
Shane Sellers heads for home with Salty Perfume on the lead. Brack Drifter down inside. Delicate Deed third. 9 Lives well behind in fourth. Now just a nudge from Sellers, and Salty Perfume takes off. Salty Perfume opening up impressively under a hand ride here, leaving Brack Drifter behind and Delicate Deed. Salty Perfume with the sweet smell of success here in the Adirondack. She cruised today.
Salty Perfume wins the Adirondack by almost 4 lengths. Now on her first trip over the Saratoga track back on July 24th. This filly broke her maiden by 16 lengths for trainer Elliott Walden. Well, that's so impressed Dwayne Lucas, he purchased the bay filly privately for Bob and Beverly Lewis for $650,000. Salty Perfume is by Salt Lake out of Pretty Is. The next start for this talented lady, the Spinaway, on August 29th. Let's head over to Monmouth Park now on the Jersey Shore and their top 2-year-old race, the 63rd running of the Grade 3 Sapling. 2-year-olds going 6 furlongs for $200,000. The Thoroughbred Corporation's Prince Ahmed Ben Salman's Double Honor, the 7 to 5 favorite on the lead.
Half in 44-2, and Double Honor opens up. He has put away Medford. Jiggity now takes second. Easy Line is next on the inside. It's Double Honor with a furlong to run. Easy Line cutting into his lead from the inside, and then it's Jiggity. Double Honor still there with 70 yards to run, and Double Honor and Joe Bravo have won the Sapling. Jiggity second best under the wire, and Easy Line finished third.
Second in the Grade 3 Bashford Manor Stakes and the Sanford Stakes at Saratoga. Prince Salman's Double Honor comes to Monmouth to take the Sapling in a time of 1:09.3. This dark brown colt is by Gone West and out of Holiday Snow, trained by Dwayne Lucas. Joe Bravo was up for the ride. This was a first-time stakes victory for Double Honor. His next start may be on the West Coast, the Del Mar Futurity, September 10th. The official presentation of the Visa 3-year-old championship point winners will be made this week at Saratoga. Silver Charm just edging out Freehouse for the honors, along with his trainer Bobby Baffert and jockey Gary Stevens topping those categories. The Racehorse Digest is brought to you by the United States Trotting Association, leading the way in harness racing. By Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. The United Thoroughbred Trainers of America, publisher of the Backstretch magazine. And by Vinery, the new home of Darren Go, Light the Fuse, Lord Carson, O'Dial, Prenup, Tinner's Way, and Prospect Bay.
Okay, class, rules of driving. Norman.
Observe the speed limit, stay 2 car lengths behind, and always pass on the left.
Wrong answer.
There are driving schools, and there are driving schools. At the Russell Racing School in Sonoma, California, you only fail if you get passed. But don't forget your Visa card, because you won't move an inch using American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Jade Hunter is another of the international stallions at Brookside Farms in Versailles, Kentucky. From his first 5 crops to race, Jade Hunter has sired 20 stakes horses, and his sons and daughters have won major stakes races in the United States, Japan, and Australia. A Grade 1 winning son of Mr. Prospector, Jade Hunter sired Grade 1 winners Stuka and Diazo in his first crop. Brookside Farms' Jade Hunter now has progeny earnings in excess of $8 million.
I was born active. Motor's always running, if you know what I mean. So to stop smoking, the patch was not for me. Too passive, too rigid. With Nicorette gum, I get to do something. I participate in my own survival, fight my own cravings. Nicorette and I hit them before they hit me. I was busy smoking. Now I'm busy not smoking. Works out pretty good.
Nicorette gum will help you quit smoking successfully by helping you control your cravings. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
It's time to meet the challenge. The MBNA America Quarter Horse Racing Challenge. Nominate your horse today for the rest of his life.
On Labor Day in the mountains of south central New Mexico, Ruidoso Down presents the 39th running of the All-American Futurity, quarter horse racing's richest event. The winner's share this year, almost $870,000. But to get a shot at that, first you have to be fast enough during one of the 10 qualifying spots through 15 time trials at 440 yards. Well, overnight rains had left the New Mexico mountain track wet but fast for the first trial division. It wouldn't take long for a proven performer to flash his speed.
They're off. Willie won a dash, hops up in the air, recovers quickly. Dashing is easy from the outside for the early lead. Dash Unlimited second. A Sweet Look is third. Here comes Willie, won a dash. After that tardy start, picking him up, laying him down, running on a high at the rail, all over on the outside. Dashing is easy by daylight. Dash Unlimited, Willie won a dash. It will be Dashing is easy in the first division of the All-American Futurity Trials.
Dashin' is Easy made short work of his trial field and posted a clock in 21:52 seconds for the 440 yards, a time that would become the third fastest of the day. G.R. Carter rode Dashin' is Easy for owner Jim Fitz and trainer Jack Brooks. Jack will be seeking his record 7th All-American win as a trainer. In the 4th division, 2-time California Futurity winner Corona Cash, the nation's top-ranked juvenile, made her Ruidoso Downs debut.
And they're off. Corona Cash away very alertly. Eyes a Screamer, Real Tacky Lady. These three right in the middle. Ms. Jasperi is a 4th. Here comes Runaway Wave, a late charge. Runaway Wave coming after Corona Cash. Real Tacky Lady splits them. Corona Cash, the outside, a bit too much class for Runaway Wave and Real Tacky Lady.
Corona Cash gets rolling late to extend her winning streak to 5 and post the 6th fastest time. She is owned by Jeremiah Limited, who also qualified. This snow is royal for the All-American Finals. Corona Cash is trained by Donna MacArthur, ridden by Tammy Purcell. Well, now to catch the fastest qualifier of trial day, we move to the 12th division. Lightly raced gelding on the outside named Memorize.
And they're off. Raced for Fame from the outside. Runaway Fortune, Calico, A Faster Rabbit. Wyndham's Winner, Memorize, closest to the grandstand side, picking them up, laying them down. A late charge now by A Rare Fancy. They're coming after Runaway Fortune and Memorize. Memorize from the outside. Runaway Fortune and the Informant up late to get third.
There's your fastest qualifier for the All-American Futurity. Memorize the time, 21 and 4800 seconds. The second place finisher, Runaway Fortune, also makes the top 10. Memorize, owned by Lucas Racing Incorporated, trained by Sleepy Gilbert, written by Jackie Martin, leads all riders with 6 All-American wins. Well, as proof the qualifiers are spread throughout the day at Ruidoso Downs, we offer Flies Are Droppin'. It's the 15th and final trial.
And they're off. Bedrino Snip for the early lead. Flies Are Dropping after a tardy start, coming on like gangbusters, closest to the grandstand side. Barrel of Fun, Slice of Victory from the inside. A late charge by Synchrony. Now Barrel of Fun from the inside. Flies Are Dropping, Flies Are Dropping. Barrel of Fun, Slice of Victory. Flies Are Dropping.
Flies Are Dropping swats the competition. His first start since May as he checks in with the 4th best time. He was ridden by Jimmy Brooks and will give trainer Donnie Strickland and owners Mike and Janelle Green a chance for back-to-back All-American victories. No owner has ever won consecutive All-Americans in its 38-year history. Let's take a look now at the field for the 39th All-American Futurity. The first, more than $1.7 million. Almost $870,000 to the winner. Memorize the fastest qualifier all the way down to Royal and Perfect, the 10th run for the big money and quarter horse history. It'll be part of our 2-day at the races quarter horse show, Labor Day, September 1st. Join us at 5:30 Eastern on ESPN2. And for more information on quarter horse racing, call the American Quarter Horse Association toll-free, 1-800-414-RIDE.
When it's dark out, everything moves faster. The lights go on, the field's hotter, the crowd's louder, and the intensity boiling up all day inside each player is let loose on the field. Sunday night, NFL on TNT, the best time for football. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Proudly sponsored by the Stroh Brewery Company, Damon's, Yetzi's Auto Body, and Classic Chevrolet.
New York was vicious, but he escaped.
You need me for something. What is it?
Now Snake Plissken is trapped in the pit of hell.
Sounds familiar.
And this ain't no city of angels.
This city can kill anybody!
Target Los Angeles. Flatten it. Burn it.
Kurt Russell. John Carpenter's Escape from L.A.
The soul of a race car. Horsepower by the truckload. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series presents the Parts America 150 live from Watkins Glen. Sunday at 12:30 only on ESPN.
We return to the thoroughbred tracks and to Saratoga in upstate New York now for one of the features of the summer spa season, the Grade 1 Alabama Stakes. It's for 3-year-old fillies for $250,000 at 1.25 miles. The favorite was Alan Paulson's Agena, but the field of 6 also included 2 fillies trained by Neil Howard, Run Up the Colors in the green and yellow silks of Will Parrish's Lanes Inn Farm, and Tommy Sue's Delight.
As the field turns for home at the top of the stretch, Agena down inside is full out, bracing for the oncoming challenge here of Run Up the Colors. Run Up the Colors and Agena are inseparable. A thrilling stretch run. Run Up the Colors on the outside. Nip and tuck with Agena. Run Up the Colors and Agena, neither giving an inch, but it will be Run Up the Colors who prevails in an Alabama that was a thriller.
In the colors of Will Parrish's Lanes Inn Farm, Run Up the Colors, the third choice in the betting, victorious here in the historic Alabama. Trained by Neil Howard, ridden by Jerry Bailey. This filly finished a time of 2:02.1. Run Up the Colors by former Horse of the Year AP&D out of Up the Flagpole, moving by the favorite Agena here. This was her 5th consecutive victory, her first graded stakes score. Agena finished 3.5 lengths back at the finish. Sunday at Saratoga, the Grade 1 $150,000 ballerina. A race for fillies and mares 3 and up over a distance of 7 furlongs. 5 ladies going to the post. The betting choice here, John Kimmel's Flat Fleet Feet, 3-5.
It's Ashboro down inside, Pearl City on the outside. Flashy and Smart in between them. And Flat Fleet Feet still fourth at the top of the stretch. Coming down to mid-stretch, 3 of them headlong into the final furlong. Ashboro at the inside, Flashy and Smart between them. On the outside, Pearl City, Flat Fleet Feet, not today, into the final 16th. It's Pearl City. Pearl City in front, Ashboro second. Pearl City and Ashboro. Pearl City and Ashboro. Pearl City wins by a length.
Pearl City, winner of the Grade 2 Prioress, then third in last month's Grade 1 Test Stakes, comes back here to win by a length over Ashboro. Pearl City, yet another D. Wayne Lucas train winner, owned by Overbrook Farm. This chestnut filly ran the race at 1:22-1. Pearl City is by Carson City out of Kitty Island. So favorite here in the ballerina, Flat Fleet Feet, finished 9 lengths back with a breathing problem in 4th place. Joe Bravo, the winning rider. Big week for Lucas and Bravo at Saratoga. The Bernard Baruch, a $100,000 Grade 2 for 3-year-olds and up, was held at Saratoga over the weekend. 8 going to the post for a mile and 1/8 turf race. Jerry Bailey on the 2-1 favorite, OK by Me. It'll be a long shot. Will upset the field here.
Around the far turn, it's still Lucky Coin in front. OK by Me, trying to get by him in earnest. Lucky Coin still fending him off. Boyce now rallying third on the far outside. Jumbo Laya Jazz is now back to fourth. Out of My Way Man. Sentimental Moi de facto on the far outside. Top of the stretch. Here comes Boyce to challenge Lucky Coin for the lead. Boyce on the outside. Lucky Coin toward the inside. OK by Me. Jumbo Laya Jazz moving late. They're in the final furlong. Boyce and Julie Crone full out on the lead. Here comes Sentimental Moi flying through in between horses. Sentimental Moi. Yes, he got there.
What an upset. Sentimental Moi taking the Bernard Baruch. In fact, the last time this 7-year-old was in the winner's circle in a stakes race was back in 1995, then in the Grade 2 Bowling Green Handicap. Chris DiCarlo, the winning rider, Sentimental Moi, owned by Landon Knight of Ohio, the same man who owns Benny the Dip, the English Derby winner this year. Trained by Billy Badgett, John was Jambalaya Jazz, second by a neck, the favorite OK by Me, coming home in 6th place. Sentimental Moi, the big upset winner of the Bernard Baruch. Head across the country now to California and Del Mar, the 41st running of the Del Mar Oaks. Grade 1 $250,000 race for 3-year-old fillies at a mile and 1/8 on the turf. Famous Digger with jockey Bryce Blank is the even money favorite.
Quarter of a mile to go in the Del Mar Oaks, and it's still Famous Digger. See You Soon. Those two have kicked away. Swearing In is starting a late run with Golden Arches at the top of the lane. See You Soon right up alongside of Famous Digger. These two battle it out, and Golden Arches coming flying on the outside. Golden Arches unleashes a late run on the grandstand side. Famous Digger down at the rail, and See You Soon between them. Famous Digger gonna just get there. Famous Digger won the Oaks. Golden Arches second. See You Soon a close third.
Famous Digger dug in to hold on by a neck, winning the Del Mar Oaks. This Bay filly winning her 4th consecutive stakes race. This is a former pupil of trainer Richard Mandela. Famous Digger now taking her directions from Barry Abrams with the Let It Ride stable. A 2-length winner her last time out in the San Clemente Handicap. Famous Digger wins the Del Mar Oaks in a time of 1:49. Big day for jockey Bryce Blanc, earning his first stakes win. The same also for trainer Abrams. We look ahead now to the next races on the Breeders' Cup National Stakes schedule. Coming up Sunday at Saratoga and at Arlington International in Chicago. Well, the United Thoroughbred Trainers and Vinery present their Trainer of the Month in thoroughbred racing. And for July, it was the king of Churchill Downs, Elliott Walden. The 34-year-old Walden has certainly been bred for this game. His father, noted horseman Ben Perkins Sr. In 1997, Ben has really had a breakthrough year, including a great month of July, when Walden trained horses that won stakes in Texas, Delaware, and New Jersey. You're watching Distorted Humor gallop to victory in the Salvatore Mile at Monmouth Park. Elliott kept on rolling as they opened August. In fact, his horses won 4 races at 4 different states on August 3rd. Elliott Walden, the UTTA Vinery Trainer of the Month in thoroughbred racing for July.
Open up the world of thoroughbred racing by coming inside the United Thoroughbred Trainers of America's Backstretch magazine.
The Backstretch magazine. It's what the insiders read.
The sport comes alive with stories from the backstretch, the racetrack, and from the leaders in the industry.
What's really going on in horse racing is right here in the Backstretch magazine.
The UTTA invites you inside thoroughbred racing. For a free copy of the Backstretch magazine, call 1-800-325-3487.
Great moments in racing are the results of months of hard work and hope, years of planning and persevering, and generations of successful bloodlines. For nearly 2 decades, Walmack has contributed to some of racing's most exciting moments. With stallions like Milwaukee, Mr. Prospector's leading son-at stud, Milwaukee has sired 6 champions and 69 stakes winners, earners of over $34 million. At Walmack, we're working to make every moment count.
When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation that I'm
Poised on the ice, my back to the goal, facing icy puck after icy puck. Save, kick save, and a beaut.
York peppermint patty. Get the sensation.
I like the big ones. I like the Breeders' Cups, the Kentucky Cups, the Triple Crown races. A lot of people forget how important the horse really is. I will say this, nowhere in the world is the horse revered like he is in Kentucky.
When they come to Greater Cincinnati, the country's finest trainers and jockeys prefer to race in Kentucky at Turfway Park. Major League Horse Racing.
Love the hat. I need it. My head's a disaster. Look at my dandruff. You just need the right shampoo.
With regular shampoo, flakes can keep coming back, but Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes before they even start, so your hair looks great. Change dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Welcome back to the Racehorse Digest. I'm Dave Johnson. Time to get caught up on what's happening in the world of harness racing. The pacing divisions were in the harness racing spotlight last weekend as Freehold Raceway held the $100,000 U.S. Pacing Championship for older horses. And Yonkers Raceway held eliminations for the first jewel of the Triple Crown, the Cane Pace. 11 older pacers went to the post in the $100,000 second leg of the U.S. Pacing Championship on Saturday afternoon at Freehold Raceway. And Toontown headed the field following his victory in the series opening round at the Meadowlands.
3/8 of a mile apace. Up along the inside, it's still Oy Vey with the lead. Outside, G Digger trying to get to him. Their heads apart at the 3/4 pole. Jackie Moe's third. Far outside, Late Rush coming for Toontown. 3/4 in 1, 23 and 2. Fasten your seatbelts. They're on to the final turn. Oy Vey has been there from the start for Ross Wolfenden. He shows the way by a little more than length as he turns for home. Oy Vey trying to upset the U.S. Pacing Championship field this afternoon. Down along the inside, Late Rush coming for Trump Casino. He hits the jackpot.
Joseph Muscara's Trump Casino benefited from the fast pace and won for the first time on the year in 1:52 and 2, the fastest mile of the season on a half-mile track. The first elimination of the Cane Pace was headed by Art Rooney and Oliver Wendell Holmes winner, Western Dreamer, and he showed just why he was made 1-20, the favorite going wire to wire to win by a length and 3/4 in 1:54 and 1. Despite owning just one victory in 13 starts entering the second elim of the Cane, Carl Gregg's Arturo has been a consistent money earner this season, and the 7-10 favorite pushed his bankroll this year to nearly the $500,000 mark after beating Louis Bellini by a length and a half in 1:56. Western Dreamer will enter Friday night's Cane Pace final with 3 straight victories and 8 consecutive in-the-money finishes. Arturo's first victory was in the $500,000 New Jersey Classic on June 6th at the Meadowlands. The rest of the 3-year-old pacing crop converged on Hoosier Park in Indiana for eliminations to the inaugural Hoosier Cup. 20 sophomores went postward last Saturday, and the first heat saw Northwest upset His Majesty and Jeremy's Gambit, the time 1:52. Dream Away and Gothic Dream were matched up in the second elim after their confrontation in the Adios, but Park Place scored the upset, beating Direct Bill by 3 parts of a length, the time 1:51 4/5. 2-year-old champion The Big Dog made just his 3rd start of an injury-plagued season in the final elimination. But Red Bow Tie was the winner, beating Perfect Art by a neck in 1:51 4. This Friday night's $500,000 Hoosier Cup could boast the strongest 3-year-old pacing field of the season. And you can watch it along with the cane pace on the American Championship Harness Series Friday night on ESPN2.
A lot has changed since the horse and buggy days of harness racing. The action's faster, quicker, without the long wait between races. Once the telephone was the marvel of the age. Today, satellite technology lets you watch and wager on the best horses and drivers around the world. But while the horse and buggy days are gone, some things never change. Harness racing still has that special excitement found when horses race to make you a winner. The most exciting 2 minutes you'll ever know. The place where adults go to play, the harness races.
He doesn't really talk about his hair, but I know he thinks about it. That's why he uses Pantene Pro V. The Pro Vitamin formula penetrates, improving hair, keeping it looking really healthy, shiny, strong. Pantene Pro V, for hair so healthy it shines.
Dan Marino. Last year wasn't their year. That was then. This is now. NFL preseason. Washington at Miami. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Only on ESPN.
The Racehorse Digest is being brought to you by Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farm. The American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. And by Walmart, winning the world over. In our Brookside News Thoroughbred Update, the news came early this week. Belmont and Haskell winner Touch Gold will not be able to run in Saturday's Travers Stakes at Saratoga. The Deputy Minister, 3-year-old colt owned by Frank Stronach, continues to have problems with his left front foot that he injured when he stumbled at the start of the Preakness. We asked trainer Dave Hoffmans to show us and tell us about the injury.
And there used to be a crack there, and that's grown down already. See, there's no injury to the cornet band at all. So that's all healthy, new tissue that's grown in there. And the patch just keeps this together to prevent this little tiny thing from cracking into there.
You'll see the Midsummer Derby, the Travers Stakes, live on ESPN Saturday at 4:30. What a weekend we have for you of our Racing the Breeders' Cup Series. And join us in Chicago the next day for the Beverly D and the Arlington Million hour-and-a-half special starting at 4 o'clock. And a couple of racing notes for you. The 1991 Horse of the Year and Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Black Tie Affair, has been sold by the binary to Japan. Also, one of the great European races of the summer so far, the Juddmonte International at York in England. The big field there saw Singspiel just defeating Desert King with Benny the Dip running 3rd. Singspiel heading now to the Breeders' Cup. And before we leave you, happy birthday wishes to a racing legend. Bill Shoemaker turned 66 years old this past Tuesday. Born August 19, 1931 in Texas. He weighed just 2.5 pounds at birth. His mother placed him in a shoebox, kept him warm in the oven. Became the greatest jockey in the history of our sport. Happy birthday, Shoe. Don't forget Friday, American Championship Harness Series Racing, live on ESPN2, 10:30 Eastern. See you next week. Ground transportation provided by Thrifty Car Rental with airport and neighborhood locations worldwide. For reservations, call your travel agent or 1-800-4CARS. Air transportation provided by Western Pacific Airlines. You'll enjoy Western Pacific's young and colorful all-Boeing jet fleet. And you'll love their low fares to cities from coast to coast. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.